Hello everyone, welcome to your third Zbrush for Architectural Concepts tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to talk about Boolean and how to make a text and something called the IMM brushes. So first things first, when you open Zbrush, you get this window, you close it with the light box, go to document, make sure the W size is on, hit new document, go down to the range, make it 0. Perfect. Okay, now we can go and draw a shape. So let's go simple brush, choose any shape you want. I'll choose the helix, so you click and drag, and then when you're done you go up, you hit edit, and you also make sure that you make polymesh 3D here, and then you zoom in a bit, you zoom out a bit, and then you want to do geometry and click divide. Now there's a shortcut for this, it's Ctrl D. So as you can see here from the active points, if I just keep on clicking Ctrl D, I get a smoother shape and more active points. So it's basically the same thing. When you're done, just hit delete lower, and then there you go. This is the shape. So like Boolean, if you guys worked with any other 3D programs, you're probably familiar with something called the Boolean, is it called Boolean intersections? I'm not sure. Anyway, so Boolean commands. And you can do that also here in ZBrush, and it's a very powerful tool. So let's say we want to do more than one shape here to make the Boolean commands. So just here in your subtool, you click it, you go to append, let's choose a sphere. Now I know that the sphere is not selected because it's in gray, so if I want to work with the sphere, make it like smaller, I have to make sure it's clicked here. So I click here, and now because it's white, I know that I'm working with the sphere. Hit W so you can make it smaller and you can see it. Now I'm using my pen, what do you call this? The Wacom tablet pen. So I'm a bit faster now. And it's actually more comfortable than the mouse. And I might be working faster, but that's because I'm not using the mouse anymore. That really hurts your hands, to be honest, when you're working with, ZBrush sculpting and working with objects like these. So let's zoom out a bit. Now, let's say you want, to do some Boolean here. You see these little tiny icons? So we have these two circles, and then the next one we have one highlighted circle, the other one not, and the other one we have these two intersection, or like, what do you call this? Intersection object in the middle. So these are the Boolean commands you have. So I think this is subtract, and this is, okay, this is union, this is subtract, and this is intersection. So when you click these, it will make your Boolean commands. The thing is, when you click it, nothing's happening, and that's why, because here there's a button called Live Boolean, you have to click it. So once you click it, now when you do it, you can see the action, or like the thing working. So by default is usually union, so this is the subtract one. I'm going to remove this gizmo. If I hit Q, then I'm in draw mode and I can, see it better. Let's say you want to make the sphere bigger or smaller and you cannot see it. If you go down here, we have the transparent button. So hit W, make sure you're in the sphere. You can make it bigger or smaller. And you can see it actually working a bit with the other shape. So you can control it as much as you want. So let's say I want something like this. Now if I just close transparency or the transparent command, then you can see it. The cool thing with this is that, so the cool thing with that is that you can work with the shape even when you're still in Boolean mode. So if I just hit Q and I worked with the helix, so I want to make it bigger, so I'll just choose the brackets, make it small or big, my brush. If I click on, if I choose from brushes move, then you can see we can, we can work with it even when it's still in Boolean mode, which is really cool. Let's say I'll make it bigger here. Let's try to make it bigger. There we go. So as you can see, we can control it even when it's still in Boolean mode. In other programs, usually you have to make your shape set and you know exactly what you want the shapes to look like, and then you do the Boolean. But in ZBrush, you can actually work with it while it's still, you know, not set as a Boolean mesh. And you can also work with the other objects, as the transpose. Oops, click here. I mean transparent. You can also do it very easily and work with it. So you realize that you can do a lot of complicated shapes just with the Boolean command. You can add another shape if you want. So let's say another append, and I'm just gonna add maybe this one. I'll click it, pick it up, maybe push it back, and then let's say, which is this one, maybe this one. No, this one's perfect. Okay, so maybe something like this. You can have more than one shape doing the Boolean commands as much as you want. And that's pretty much it actually for the Boolean. Now let's say you want these Booleans. So you want this mesh, you don't want it like in 3 different subtools. So let's say you're done with the Boolean mesh commands and you just, you know, you want this as one full tool instead of having it divided into 3. What you have to do is go down here and look for the word Boolean, click it, and then make sure the subdivision is on. So click it, and then just click make Boolean mesh. And now it says union remeshing in progress. And you wait, and nothing happens. I'm kidding. When it's done, you're like, okay, what happened? I thought I was gonna merge it together. It does actually do the same thing when you do merging in ZBrush. So what it does, it gives you another entire tool. So if you just click here, you can see you have another mesh. If you click this, then you have this ready mesh only with one without the 3 other subtools. To make sure which one you're working on, if you see this one, there's a number 3. So this is the one with the 3 parts. Click it again. If you choose this one, then this is the one with the complete merged mesh. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Boolean. The next thing I want to explain is text. So let's say you want to, for some reason, you want to put some text in your project. All you have to do is go to Z plugin, and you have here down, so it says text 3D and vector shapes. So if you click it, you can see we have this entire menu. Now to keep working on it, I'm just gonna dock it. So if I just click it, this one, it will push it here, right where the brushes used, like the same panel of the brushes. If you just double click here, you can see you can open it and close it. So yeah. So what you need to do is just go to new text. So let's say this is closed. You just go to text 3D and vector shapes, click it, hit new text. Let's write hello. And now you have a subtool with the word or the text hello ready on it. You can change so much with it. So let's say you want to change the font. You can just click here, change your font very easily. Nickelodeon? Okay. So any text you want, you can work with it. You can also make it more extruded. So you can control the extrusion here. You can also control the spacing here. You can work with the bevel, so you can have like bevel edges. You can also do more with the resolution bevel. So you just click bevel resolution and then you add the curvature. Then you see you can have like a nice curved bevel. And that's pretty much it for the text. So let's go to any text. That's so bad. Okay, wait, let's just change this. Okay, interesting. So as you can see, you can put any text you want. You can even add another one, so just go new text again. Or you can even edit text. Oh, okay. Let's say edit text. You don't want it hello. You're like, hey. So you can easily just, change the text. I think it's pretty much it. Let's do another text. So new text. You can say, how's life? Now you can see that we have another subtool with the word how's life, and then just choose another. Okay. So hit F to zoom out. You can move it. The thing is, this is now a shape. You can do anything you want with it. It's the same thing with, just like any other shape. Like if you go to hit Q, let's close the live boolean for now, and you have your move brush on. You can just do whatever you want easily, no problem. You can scale it. You can do anything you want. So it's just basically like a new shape that you have in ZBrush. The last thing I want to mention, so for this tutorial, I don't want it to be very long. Like I don't know why the other ones were like half an hour, but yeah, I want less than half an hour. The other one I want to explain actually is something called the IMM brushes. So if you just, if you just click B for the brush panel and you hit I, you get this entire collection called the IMM brushes. Now there's two types of IMM brushes. Let's choose first spaceship. So the first thing you notice is that we have like a collection of ready-made 3D objects that are now, embedded in your brush. So let's say I choose this one. If I click and drag, then I'm gonna have that shape, you know, in my brush. The thing is, it needs something to hold on to. So let's say if I click here and drag, I'm not gonna draw a new shape. I actually have to click something and drag. And the other thing is you're noticing like the more you click and drag, the more you're drawing shapes. And the thing is, this is something I'm gonna explain the next time, which is called masking. And masking is a very big topic in ZBrush, and like if you master masking basically in ZBrush, then you're pretty set. And if you really want like to set these shapes, all you have to do is just, for now, we're just gonna learn how to make these shapes, stay and not keep on drawing extras. Just hit Control, and then you see this mask with the plus sign, and there's this yellow two circles. You click anywhere and you drag until you see this box, and then you release. And that's how you get your, your set shape. Let's say you want something else. I want this one. Same thing you do. So as you can see, this one, it saves so much time. Instead of you drawing the whole thing from scratch, there's already ready sets of, brushes, IMM brushes you can use. So there's this one. You want it as a control. Click anywhere, drag, release. Okay, so this is one type of brushes. There's so many shapes here. You can choose anything you want. But I want to explain, what is this? One second. Cool. Okay. So control, click, drag, done. Actually, I don't like it so good. Okay, never mind. What I want to explain is the other set of brush. So if you click B, I, there's another type of IMM brushes. They function differently. So let's say it's this one it's called zipper or something. If you click and drag, you can see that you're drawing a path. And now when you release, you can see that the zipper was along the path that you drew. You can control the size of this zipper because with the brush, because the size of the shape is controlled by the size of the brush. So if you want it bigger, you just go big and then you click once on the path and it just becomes bigger. If you want it smaller, you just make the size smaller click on the path, and you have it smaller. The other thing is, if you click on the path itself, you can, you know, move it, change it, drag it left and right. The other thing is that if you want to add more shapes, if you come in closer, you can see that, whoops. When you come closer, you're gonna have this red line. As soon as you get the red line, click, and now you can see you can add more to the path. Okay, let's zoom out. So once you see the red thing, the red line, that means you can draw now, like you can add more to the path. That's the difference between like clicking on it and trying to move it. You're not gonna draw anything, you're just gonna move it. But if you just come closer to it without clicking anything, just, you know, coming near, once you see the red line, that means you can add more paths. Make it bigger. Click. Oops. Hello. Why is it not working? Well, that's weird. What did I do? Okay, I have no idea why it's not working. It's supposed to change the draw size. Okay, yep, it worked. I don't know what happened. Anyways, the other thing you can do actually is change the shape. So let's say you're done drawing this very interesting zipper shape, and you're like, yeah, I don't like it. I want something else. Let's say you want this one. Just click this one, and click again on the path, and it will change the shape for you very easily. And there you go. So as you can see, we can do so many interesting stuff with this. And yeah, so really this time I wanted the tutorial to be shorter. I think half an hour is a bit too much. So yeah, so next time hopefully we'll talk about masking and maybe some other things, I'm not sure. But for now, this was it for today. If you guys have any question, you can just write in the comments. Hopefully, if I see it and I know the answer, I'll answer. If I don't, then I don't know, I'll try my best. Anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial today. It was a bit shorter and just, you know, fun stuff. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.